Let's go back a little bit, y'all, if you would, with me for a minute. For just a minute. Y'all remember the story about Bishop giving me this line of bullshit about Mr. Scarface doing some shit that he wasn't really doing? It's just Bishop and Iceman just over-exaggerating the situation. Alright, you know, I've told that story several times. I told it on Sasquatch's live feed and all that shit. And I went back and I apologized to Scarface. Here's what it is. I mean, I fucked up. I owned up to it. Here's what it is. It's my fuck up. My lack of better judgment. Well, right about that same time, I'm thinking it's like right before that. Can't remember exactly if it's right before that, right after it, whatever. But anyways, I made a video of me, I think it's something that has to do with word salad. Well, I was stammering around with the words and shit like that and whatnot. I made that video and somebody had sent it to Scarface saying they think I was having a stroke. Now, when they commented that into my comments on that video, I'm like, this guy's got to be a fucking idiot. This guy, girl, chick, dude, whatever, got to be a fucking idiot. And I ain't gonna sit here and cater and whatever with a bunch of fucking idiot shit. So I just, whatever. Oh, well, then the next night I see Scarface and his wife made a video. They're explaining that somebody sent it to them, wanting them to assess the situation because, you know, they're, you know, EMTs and paramedics and whatever, won't know if I'm really having a fucking stroke. Now I'm driving a goddamn truck on the highway and the interstate. I'm having a fucking stroke. I edit the son of a bitch, but I'm having a fucking stroke. They go through this whole fucking video swearing I'm down. I believe he is having a stroke. Oh yeah, I've worked with a lot of stroke victims and they talk just like that. Jesus Christ. So I think it's right after all that shit. But anyways, I went in there and I commented on this thing. I said, look, man, it was just a fucking joke. It was a rib. It was just me fucking around with Durkee's new girl, new flavor of the month chick or whatever the fuck, and her OnlyFans page and all that shit. Tore my nerves up. I mean, I couldn't talk right. You know, shit like that. Is what it is. So I let it go, okay? I let it go. And he goes live a few times, and I'll make a few comments in there, and then he starts going live with Black Pox. I go in there, and I'll make a few comments here and there. Well, the last time I made a comment into his live when he was on there with Black Pox. Now, anybody that's gone live at night, late at night, during the week, and I watched their shit, they know, because I try and let them know that, hey, look, I'm at work. I'll be popping in and out from time to time. If you're still on there, I'll catch up. Whatever. Well, during the live feed, I'd, you know, watch a little bit of it, maybe make a comment or something. And the whole fucking time, they're down in Daniel Bishop, down in the Iceman, and blase, and all this other happy horse shit. Well, I back out of it, and I go on about my business at work for a few minutes, get caught up, do my shit, whatever. And while I was working, I had this thought come in my head about Daniel Bishop and whatever. So I found an open opportunity, and I went to my little spot, pulled out the phone, I went to it, and I'm in the middle of making this comment. It's about a paragraph long little comment. Or, just, it ain't just like a 1 or 2 word thing. It's, a little bit of typing involved. And when you're at work and you're trying to hurry up and you're fucking goddamn hitting the wrong button, back up, respell it, and shit like that. Anyways, while I'm doing this shit and trying to hurry about it so I can get back to work, Miss Scarface gets ready to tell some story of her, I think, fighting somebody and whipping her ass, neighbor, or some shit like that. Well, I'm like, I'm gonna have to catch that story when I get done. I hit send. Turn the phone back off, put it back on my little holder there on my damn forklift, and go on back to finish up what I was doing. I go back out there and go to take my actual break. Pull the phone out, and I back up to where it was. And I start watching it. Because really, the story she was telling really sounded kind of interesting. So I go back and I'm listening to the story. Well, in the middle of her telling the story, Black Box had commented on what I typed before I left. She got all bent out of fucking shape, man. She said that bitch interrupted me in the middle of telling the story to say something about Bishop, and we wasn't even talking about Bishop. Well, Black Box, being the guy that he is, he apologized. She said, no, not you. I mean, yeah, you interrupted me, but I mean the bitch. Talking about me. Called me a bitch. Because I typed something in the fucking comments, and apparently my comment interrupted her. How the fuck does a comment interrupt you to the point you're going to call a person that put the comment in it a bitch? Explain that to me. I've been on live before. I've been on live with other people before. No comment ever made ever interrupted us. You just kept right on going, then go back and read the comments. Explain that shit to me. I'm like, alright. I didn't even hear the rest of the fucking story. Well, no, I heard the rest of the story, but I didn't hear what all happened after that. I just said, alright, fuck it. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm fucking done. For that night, watching her live. Wasn't done with him, just done with her live. I'm like, good, I don't want to interrupt her no more, God forbid you make a comment and interrupt her. So I just went on, found some other fucking live feed and watched that shit. And I've seen he's gone live and made videos after that. I don't comment on them. Because I'd hate to interrupt her making a comment on a video or a live. I'd hate to interrupt her. God don't want to do that shit. Because, hell, she got that bent out of shape over a comment that didn't stop her from talking. Now, I ain't trying to throw Black Pox under the bus because, you know, that's my boy. That's, you know, me and him get along great. But how did my comment, putting the comment up there, was interrupting you more than Black Pox repeating what I said and making a comment about what I said? What I'm getting at is them two just like to stir up some shit. That's all the fuck they want to do. And keep shit stirred up. So I'm like, you know, like I said, I was done. Well, then all of a sudden, now Sasquatch, Death Before Dishonor, Patriot, Red Reaper, Grind to Shine, or they're making some get-together plans, event, whatever, to do some shit. You know, a bunch of, you know, YouTubers get together, do their thing. Cool Head and Luke gonna be there with the music, do his thing. I mean, hell, I wish I could go. Well, they were all calling out people who they gonna fight in this sanctioned little, you know, boxing ring thing that Grind to Shine's got and all this shit, you know. And everybody was going, I call out so-and-so. You know, I even made a comment that Sasquatch and Triple Nickel, which both of them are my boys, you know, they my road dogs, and my or Red Reaper calls them my homies. I ain't used my homies since 89, 90, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, they ought to do a leg for leg match. First one gets the other one's leg taken off, keeps it. You know, a fucking joke. Well, Seth, being the joker that he is, he's into the dark humor. The more twisted, the funnier, the whatever. That's what I like about him. As a fucking rib joke, messing around, or just calling out randomly. Scarface. Now, he, at this point of him first doing this, had nothing against Scarface or his wife. Nothing. Talked highly of him. Talked highly of him. Well, he does that, and a couple people say, oh, yeah, that'd be pretty good right there, yeah. All right, yeah. Scarface looks like he can hold his own, he can, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, be a good little whatever. Oh, Lord. Damn Superwoman Miss Scarface got to come in there, all run to the aid and the defense of her husband, which, well, there wasn't nothing to defend. If she would have scrolled up and saw what others were saying and doing, or whatever, I mean, she might have been watching the whole video, I don't know, and just waiting for that golden opportunity to get in there and be defensive, to be a standout. She might have been. I don't know. I just know all of a sudden, bam, her name pops in there. Wham, she starts going, why y'all wanting to go after the scar? Blah, blah, blah. It just, I'll take on 2 men. I'll take y'all on. I'll fight a man. I ain't scared. Who the fuck wants to be the one to fight a woman? What grown-ass, intelligent-minded, grown-ass man is willing to sign his name on a piece of paper, pay the little fee, get in the ring, and be the one to box a woman? Because win or lose, the man is in the wrong. If he wins, man, you ought not fuck that girl up like that, man. You ought not fuck her up like that. He's got to live with that for the rest of his fucking life. whoop the girl's ass. If he loses, he's got to wear that around his neck the rest of his life. The dude that got beat up by a girl. Ain't nobody gonna do that shit. She knows that shit. She knows the kind of people she's dealing with. That's why she says that shit. To stir up shit. Sasquatch, my boy, a great dude. A great, awesome dude. Made a joke about scamming Durkee. The way Durkee scam people and tell him, now you know how it feels. Made a joke about it. A joke. Everyone in the fucking chat room knew it was a joke. And now you got Mr. Scarface.
So this motherfucker's idea is he's gonna rip off Durkee to fucking show him what it's like to rip.
He was joking.
He was joking, Mr. Scarface.
These two people, like I said, I washed my hands of them once over what somebody else told me. This time I'm washing my hands of them for what I witnessed from them with my own two fucking eyes. These two fucking rattlesnakes buried in the sand kind of people. They'll lay low in the sand until they find the moment to fucking strike. They'll lay low and they'll let you walk by. They'll let you even see them. They'll even let you pick them up, talk to them a little bit, until they find the right moment. Find you say the right phrase at the wrong time or the wrong phrase at the right time. And fucking strike. Nobody was taking what he said for fucking serious. But then, you go off on fucking Sasquatch. Which, with your mentality and the way you look at it and the way you see it, the way your mind, your twisted Klansman mind thinks, okay, you don't want him scamming somebody that scams people. But then you go after death before dishonor, patriot. You going after Red Reaper. For what fucking reason? Because it's two more names to the list that you're going to get some shit stirred up with. That's the only fucking reason. I don't give a fuck what you say, what kind of bullshit you twist up to come up with. That's the reason. To get some fucking bullshit started and trying to keep some shit started because your ass can't get nothing out of damn Bishop anymore. Now, I'm not defending Bishop. I'm not defending Iceman. I ain't got no use for them motherfuckers still today. But the way it is. And then you go
like Sasquatch or whatever. Of course that's not original. Another guy who has that name there's actually a whole bunch. Yeah.
What the fuck does that got to do with a fucking anything? Scarface is original? Did the Al Pacino movie steal that name from you? There's quite a few rappers. The name of their song, Scarface. Did they steal that name from you? So, no, Scarface is not original either. Carolina Cowboy is not original either. There's songs named after that. There's little Western channels named that. That ain't why I got it. I didn't scroll through YouTube and found out like, oh, that's the name I'll pick. I'll pick that name. Somebody gave me that name before I started doing YouTube. Is it original? No. But it fits. So explain to me why you want to bash somebody because their name ain't original, but yours ain't either. Now, here a while back, Bishop put his whole fucking channel on private. A lot of people thought his channel was taken down. A lot of people. And all of a sudden, he put it off private and it's back up again. He said he was running a test. Running a little theory he had in his mind. He was putting it to the test. Why are y'all not being original and stealing from his playbook? Oh, we did a little test. We was on late at night, and everybody that's on there was on there every damn night. All night, you see the same ones on there. They ain't got a life. When I get off work, I'm tired. I turn my phone off. I go to bed. But yet, how do you know they're on all these different channels? How do you know every time you go live it's the same ones in there? Unless, I don't know, you're up on there? You stalking other people's lives? Like Daniel Bishop does? Daniel Bishop said the same thing. All these guys, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, posting videos at 3 or 4 in the morning. They ain't not got a wife they can be laying in the bed next to. They ain't got a family they can be taking care of. They ain't in the bed. They ain't got a job the next day. The same fucking thing. That's just so original that you had to steal it from a Daniel Bishop playbook. And no, he is not throwing your name out there when he originally did the thing about calling you out to a little friendly boxing exhibition match to get content. There's nothing about you that anybody wants to do to get content. I mean, y'all do some underhanded shit like you did with that. I believe he is having a stroke. Knowing good and goddamn well you knew better that I was not having a fucking stroke. Unless you two are that goddamn stupid. I mean, like I said, I don't defend Daniel Bishop for nothing. I ain't got no use for that motherfucker. But at the moment, since last night and yesterday evening or whenever, when I saw the video last night before I went to work, and when I first got to work, as of that point right there, I'll have to admit, Daniel Bishop was right on that fact. You two are a couple of fucking idiots. You don't know fucking when someone's joking. You're too goddamn defensive over every fucking thing. And you carry shit a little too goddamn far. Now, I know you two probably, if you watch this video, and if you repost it and replay it, just so you'll have some content to talk about, you're going to talk about people getting butthurt. Or going with the winds of change. No, I'm not going with the winds of change. Not on this one. I'm going because Sasquatch Red Reaper are friends of mine. Black Pox is a friend of mine. Now, no, as of yet, as of me saying this right now, you have not gone after Black Pox yet. But going through your older videos and seeing how white supremacist, you know, putting the hashtags and the at white power in your tags. It won't be long before you'll be going after Black Pox. Won't be long, he's gonna say the wrong thing. Be on your live and interrupt Miss Bishop. And she goes off on him. It's gonna happen. But that's the way a lot of them white supremacists are. They're self-centered, arrogant, one-track mind, blinders on in life, just right here, right here. They don't look at the full picture. They don't look at what's going on around the situation. They just right there. And I've met a lot of them. A lot of them. And 99% of them are a bunch of fucking ignorant, fucking uneducated, retarded hillbillies. The majority of them. White power. How long has that been going on? Since when? The Civil War? Shortly before the end of it? Right at the end of it? Somewhere in there? Where has it gotten anything? Where has it gotten anything? The Klan, what have they gotten?
Damn. I can't see fucking shit out of this thing.
We ready or what?
Oh, hold on. I'm fucking with my shit. Just made it worse.
Who made this goddamn shit?
Willard's wife.
You make your own goddamn match.
But if there's such badass people, why they gotta walk around in their mama's good sheets and pillowcases? Why they gotta keep their fucking face covered up? Unless they're in a big Klan only meeting. Then they got the little veil lifted up. But when they're doing their little marches through town, covered up. Oh, and I'm sure there's, even where I live, there's probably some guys that are for the Klan, white supremacy. How come when they're by themselves, like strolling through Walmart? I mean, if you're such a fucking white power, white supremacist Klansman there, Mr. Scarface, why don't you record yourself going into a Walmart, going to a McDonald's, a Burger King, Jack in the Box, a mall, and get up on a bench or a chair or stool and start preaching your bullshit rhetoric. You won't do it because you're a fucking coward. You talk about people hiding behind computer screens, hiding behind their phones. You come up with this bullshit that you're willing to fight anybody. I'll fight anybody. I'll fight anybody. I ain't scared to fight. You're already giving out 100 fucking reasons why you won't go. Well, I don't know what I'm doing from week to week. You got that little fine print in there. Don't know what I'll be doing from week to week, but if I ain't doing nothing, I might go up there. I'll shove a camera up their ass. You won't be there. Because you already got it. No, I'll just say I was busy. I had things to do. I had to iron my sheets. Had to iron my hood. Had to recut the holes in my pillowcase that I put on my head to go gather around my inbred meeting. You're a fucking joke, Scarface. You two are the two of the most double standardist fucking people I've ever met in my fucking life.